Hey, so today's video is a continuation of our digital painting. Last time we set up the file and saved it. Today we're going to need to open that file again, and we're also going to need to open our photo that we found of the landscape that we're going to digitally paint. So halfway through today's lesson, you'll have both files open. Then what we're going to be doing is copy pasting the landscape photo into the digital painting file and doing a little bit of resizing. So this is actually a lot of same information from the logo business card and logo poster, actually. So hopefully this should be a nice, healthy review. To open a file, again, starting in photopia.com, like we always do, you're going to go to File and then Open. Again, this is going to be different for everybody. Hopefully you put your file last time somewhere safe. I really highly recommend just leaving it on your desktop if you're a PC user. Again, if you're an iPad user, you're going to do File Open, and then you'll hit Browse ... Search for your file. We all named it Digital Painting. So your file name will be DigitalPainting.PSD, and then hit Open. There we have it. Now we also need to find your picture of your landscape that you chose. So again, File Open, right here. And in here, you're going to look at that picture. Now, desktop users, that could be anywhere that you saved it. I'm hoping that you saved it somewhere that you remember where you put it. Might be in your downloads folder if you downloaded it off of a web browser. iPad users, it will be in your photo album. 99.9% chance it'll be in photo album. So find it and then hit open. This should be a good refresher too from the business card bit that we did. The two tabs. You'll have one tab of your photo. Mine's named Demand with Umbrella right here. And then you'll have your DigitalPainting.PSD. We need to get this bad boy into here. The way we're going to do that is the exact same that we did with your logo. We need to select everything first. Selecting everything right here is going to be the rectangular selection tool. It's the second one from the top that my mouse is currently circling around right now. When you have that, click and drag so that it selects everything in the photo, and you'll be able to tell you did it correctly when you have a dotted line that appears around the corners of the photo. Okay? Now that that's selected, we can copy it. To copy this image, you're going to do Edit, Copy, right here. Now that it's copied, we can paste it in another file. So we're going to click back on the Digital Painting tab, and we're going to do Edit, Paste. Our file's in here, but we have a little bit of extra space. We need to possibly enlarge or move your image around, depending on the size. Mine's not that small. Maybe yours came in and maybe yours was only, I'm just going to resize this so you see what I mean. Maybe yours was only like this big. That's fine. It's all okay. We need to make sure that there's no white space left. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Move tool. Let me deselect this real quick so you can see. The Move tool is in the top left. We used it again to just kind of move your logo around, that kind of stuff right there. And then make sure Transform Controls is selected. It's right here where I'm circling, and you want that blue box checked, okay? When you have that, if you go to any corner of your image, you'll see that your icon changes to kind of like arrows that point both directions. You can then click and drag. If you're on a keyboard, I would recommend holding Shift, but if you're on the iPad, I won't hold Shift. That way I'll make it fair to all the iPad users. Just make it kind of fill the white space. It's totally okay, and it probably will go over and outside the box. As you can see here, I have some photo that's not actually in like what I call the canvas of your work. It won't print. It won't ever show. So I could shimmy this over to the left a little bit if I want that area, or I could go and move it back a little bit to the right. I think this right spot's a lot cooler, so I kind of want to, I think I'm going to frame it right there. I'm happy. Once you're happy moving it around and whatnot, there'll be a little confirm check in the top center of your screen. If you don't like it, you can hit the cancel. I do like it, so I'm going to hit the confirm. There we go. Good. Perfect. The last thing we want to do before we save for the day is our layer management. This will be very important as we go on to work on this project. Layers is over here on the right, kind of where history is. You can either expand all right there by clicking that guy that I just clicked right here. See? Or you can hit LAY for layers. And then layers will open up. You're going to have a background layer by default. It always comes with it, and it's always locked, which is fine. That's good. But you're also going to have now layer 1. That's where your photo was placed. We need to rename this and also lock it because we never want to touch this photo. So if you double click on layer 1 really fast, it'll come up blue like it just did for me. And I'm going to call this stock, S-T-O-C-K, photo. Stock photo is kind of like a photo that's just used for references purposes or to be edited. You're not ever going to just leave the stock photo as is. So this is our reference photo, or in this case, stock photo. Now, because we don't ever want to work on the stock photo layer, we're going to hit this lock button right here. Now it's locked. Now nothing can be done to this layer, which is perfect because we never want to lose our original stock photo. It's, pure and perfect. All right, now that that's in place, we are going to go to File, Save as PSD, and that's it for today. Hold on. Psych. As it saves and lags through the saving process, you might notice that your file saves as digital painting and then in a parentheses 1. What this is doing is because we already have a digital painting file. So it didn't save over the other one. It created a second one, which is fine. Like that way, if you ever want to go back to it, you can. So I'm going to, again, click and drag my digital painting 1 to my desktop. If you want to, you can get rid of the other one, the old one. We don't need it anymore, or you can hang on to them just in case. But digital painting parentheses 1, we've saved it one time. Think of it that way. All right. Once you double check that your file did save and you moved it to a safe location, now you are done.